Hello students, myself Preeti Chaudhary. Students, in this video I'll be explaining you the concept of organizing. Now, in order to know organizing, first we need to know which was the first function of management. The first function of the management was planning. Why do we plan? We plan in order to know what to do, how to do, when to do, and by whom it is to be done. So basically, we have planned everything. We have done this intellectual activity and everything is in our mind. Now, whatever we have planned, that has to be converted into action. So, organizing is a process, organizing is a function which brings our plans into action. Let us come to the definition of organizing. Organizing is a process. Yes, organizing basically it is a process because it involves a series of steps that initiates implementation of plans. That means whatever we have planned in the planning functions, whatever plans we have made, now those plans have to be converted into action. They have to be implemented now in the organizing function. By clarifying jobs. Clarifying jobs means that the work has to be divided now. It has to be clarified that how many departments will be there and which department will perform which job. So basically the work has to be divided in the organizing process. So this means clarifying jobs. And working relationships. Clarifying the working relationships. What are working relationships basically? Working relationships are the relationships between the superior and the subordinate. That means who has to do the work, who has to report to whom, then who is the superior, who is the subordinate, who is accountable, who is responsible. All these things have to be clarified and then only the work will be performed smoothly. So basically the clarification of the working relationships is done in the organizing function, and effectively deploying resources for the attainment of organizational goals. That means that whatever plans we have made for and whatever actions we have to do, now we have to arrange the resources for that. So basically this was the definition of organizing. It is a process that initiates implementation of plans by clarifying jobs and working relationships and effectively deploying resources for attainment of organizational goals. I hope the meaning of this definition is clear to you all. Now let us come to the second point, that is organization structure. Basically, organization structure is a framework. What is a framework basically? Now in an organization, we know that here we divide it. Suppose now he is a superior and he has two subordinates. Then now he is a superior and then he has two subordinates. He is a superior, then he has two subordinates. Further, now he is a superior and then he has two subordinates. Okay. So basically this is the organization structure, or we can say the framework. That means it has to be decided in advance that how many superiors will be there, how many subordinates will be there, at which level how many departments will be there, and then who is accountable to whom. That means this superior is accountable to, this subordinate is accountable to the superior basically. Who is responsible for the work. So here also we are clarifying the working relationships also. So this structure needs to be made. This structure need to be made. Why? Because a framework is required. We need to know how many departments are there, how many jobs have to be performed, how many superiors will be there, how many subordinates will be there. So this is known as the organization structure. So basically it refers to the framework with which managerial and operating tasks are performed. So let us come to the next point. Need for organization structure. Need for organization structure. Why do we require this structure? we require a structure in order to coordinate the functions and activities. Because if the employees are not clear that who has to report to whom, the work has to be given to whom, we have to take the work from who is responsible, who is accountable. So there will be a lot of chaos. In order to carry on all the activities smoothly, in order to basically coordinate all the functions, we need to have an organization structure. The second thing is that if an organization is very small, or you can say if it is run by a single person, so basically we don't require this type of structure, because then the decisions are taken by that single person only. But if the organization is large, it needs to be clear that what are the responsibilities of each and every department, then what are the accountabilities of each and every department, again how we will take the work, from whom we will take the work. This is really required in the basically in the large organization or in the medium organizations as well. So let us come to the benefits of organization structure. What are the benefits basically? Proper organization ensures smooth flow of communication. There is smooth flow of communication because everybody is clear that what work has to be performed and from whom we have to take the work and whom we have to give the work. Better control is there, and basically it is providing a framework. One more thing is there, basically we need to have this organization structure in the organizing process, because until and unless we not make this organization structure, we cannot move to our next function, that is staffing function. Because what we are doing in the staffing function, we have to recruit, we have to select the employees. So first of all, we need to know how many employees are required at which department. So this thing is clear while we are making the organization structure. So I think the organizing process and the organization structure is clear to you all. Thank you students. Have a nice day.